Blessings. I'm the Reverend Douglas Taylor. I serve the Unitarian Universalist Congregation of Binghamton, and I welcome you to another edition of Digging Deeper with Reverend Douglas, our online video series, in which I answer a question that has come up from a member of the congregation or from one of the regular participants in this online show. If you would like to send me a question, my email address is dtaylor@uubinghamton.org. Our question today comes from a member of the congregation. Why is the UUA president, Susan Frederick Gray, supporting defund the police and even abolish the police when that is divisive? This has come up from a sermon that I did recently in which I mentioned to everybody that our UUA president has come out in favor of abolish the police. So let me unpack the idea a little bit. Defund the police and abolish the police are both very provocative statements. And as rallying cries, they're short ways of saying something that has a whole lot of information underneath it. Defund the police, first, is not simply about get rid of all the police. There's a scare tactic out there that says when you do that, nobody has any safety or protection anymore. You call the police and they don't show up because you've defunded them. That's not what defund the police is trying to say. What they're trying to say is that we need to reallocate funding from the police department so that we can spend more money addressing things like addiction and mental illness, homelessness, and employment training, so that in the long run, people who are in dire situations and they resort to violent crimes, there's support systems underneath them before they get to that point. Or even right now, when people are in a dangerous situation, having a social worker respond or an addiction specialist respond can help de-escalate a setting, when instead what we're doing is we're sending in our police officers who don't have that kind of intervention training to intervene and resolve these problems. We've essentially put a whole lot of extra work. We've shoved off stuff we don't want to deal with as a society onto our police. And so it's defund the police is a way of taking some of that money and reallocating it for resources that will support the community better. Another element of that is to decriminalize some of the things that are not violent crimes like drug use, so that we can have a better response as a society. Now, abolish the police. Yeah, that one really is about getting rid of the police, but it's not that there would then be nothing. What the people who advocate abolish the police are saying is that they want to start over. The current system of policing is too steeped in its original function of being slave catchers that it's impossible to disentangle it, and it's become so militarized. And there is a big difference between a police force and a military force, but right now our police forces are getting tanks. It's bizarre. And so the abolish the police movement is an effort to just start over, have another version of societal protection and safety. And the police that we have right now is not the only way to do that. And abolish the police is a much bigger conversation. Defunding the police, I think, is something that might be a little more within our grasp. This has been Digging Deeper with Reverend Douglas. Blessings upon you.